Episode 345. UK scraps AI copyright exception.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
The UK government has dropped its plans to let AI companies train on copyrighted work without permission after a campaign backed by Paul McCartney, Elton John, Dua Lipa and thousands of other creators. The proposed copyright exception is, in the government's own words, no longer the preferred way forward. Hello and you're very welcome back to AI6. I'm Joanne Sweeney, on a mission to upskill 500,000 people in AI in just 6 minutes a day. So this was big news that came out last week, and the creative industries are calling it a major victory. But where AI is concerned, the fight isn't over. Back in December of 2024, the UK government launched a consultation on copyright and AI. Its preferred option was a new text and data mining exception that would have allowed AI developers to scrape and train on any copyrighted material available online, like books, journalism, music, images, scripts, unless the creator actively opted out. The burden was on the creators to say no. The default was, yes, we can train using your material. Obviously, there's huge rafts of information available to AI models to train. All the books, all publishers' websites, news articles, photographs, song lyrics, music, all available for AI training by default, unless the creator found a way to flag their objection in a machine-readable format. The creative industries then mobilised the Society of Authors, the Actors Union Equity, the Musicians Union ALCS, and dozens of other organisations ran a sustained campaign under the banner Make It Fair. Over 11,500 people and organisations responded to the consultation. 88% said they wanted copyright licenses required before AI companies could use their work. The campaign went well beyond industry bodies. As I mentioned, some big names in entertainment joined, and they spoke about it publicly. At the London Book Fair earlier this month, 10,000 authors published a deliberately empty book called Don't Steal This Book. The only content was a list of their names, and it was a protest and a statement. But then on March 18th, Technology Secretary Liz Kendall published the government's report on copyright and artificial intelligence. She put it before the Parliament, as required by the Data Use and Access Act, and confirmed that a broad copyright exception with opt-out is no longer its preferred way forward. She said, "The proposal was overwhelmingly rejected by the vast majority of the creative industries. We have listened." It means AI developers in the UK who want to train on copyrighted content will have to get permission, either individual licenses or collective licensing arrangements. There is no special legal exemption. Anna Ganley, who's CEO of the Society of Authors, called the decision a hard-won moment for authors and creators. But she also warned that the uncertainty itself is damaging. She said each day that the uncertainty continues is a risk to author incomes. Equity's General Secretary, Paul Fleming, said, "Recognition that selling out the UK's creative industries to benefit US tech companies would have been an act of national self-sabotage." So that collective action worked, but it remains to be seen going forward how authors, creators, musicians, and the entire industry are going to monetize their work in the age of AI. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organisation. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie, or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know, and I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.